So I just got off the phone with a friend of mine, someone pretty close to me, who wants to start their own business but has no clue what to do. And so today I'm going to be building for that person a 9-figure coaching business in however many minutes that will help her get to the level that she wants to be. So let's go ahead and start with where are we now? So she is what I call the wantrepenuer phase. She wants to be an entrepreneur. She's not making any money. She filed an LLC. Hasn't gotten business card, but that also falls into the wantrepenuer. Then entrepreneur is someone who is making money, actively running their own business, their own asset. But she is very, very big. She has a large female-based audience with bonded trauma experience. I put that in quotation marks just because I think that a lot of people overuse the word trauma, but it is a fire market to take advantage of because everybody wants to be the victim, and no one does that more though. I mean, everybody does it. Let's be so real. But that is a very common ground is, divorced women. Let's be totally real. Pretty much any divorced women, if you talk to them, will tell you that they are the victim. They're never the problem. Women are never the problem, guys. It's on us. Totally not kidding at all. But the other thing is she has a pretty decent influence in terms of fitness, kind of the yoga type of thing, hot yoga, whatever, I don't know, whatever y'all females be doing at the gym that is fancier than the dumbbells and barbells and treadmill, I guess. But fitness is the other thing. And then she's just a very sociable person. This is the type who just talks to everybody, the person who has to have a conversation with every single person, the person who wants to be liked by literally everybody, the person who is just so outgoing, very social, and very personable with pretty much anybody. So let's first go ahead and see how we can monetize this into a business. Turn her from a wantrepenuer to an entrepreneur. So first things first, we need to pick a niche. She has influence in fitness. She has influence in the public speaking type of thing, has influence as just kind of an online personality. And I would personally lean a lot towards the motivational speaker. It's much more up her alley. Don't get me wrong, she's good with the fitness stuff, whatever. I've been in the fitness world. It's a pain, it's hard, it's tough, and the margins are not there. Coaching, on the other hand, super high margins, super repeatable, and she has the personality for it. I'll just be totally real with you there. So then we need to go into how to build something to sell. We have to sell something. So what is our offer? I went through and looked at some of the coaches who I've personally paid money to go and work with. Off the top of my head, Alex Hermosi, the way that he packages things, he has the base level, which is his books. For $30, you can learn how to make an offer. For $30, you can learn how to sell a lead. For $30, you can learn how to make a money model. Actually, I think he has them all for free on audiobooks. So go check it out. Love you, Alex. Appreciate everything you've done for me. But then above that is the kind of low ticket item, which is, hey, come spend a weekend with me in Las Vegas, and that's $5,000 to work with his team for 2 days. And then above that for I think the next one's 55, if I remember right when I was there, was to have a full year of access to him and his team, to their access to grow your business and build your empire. And then the next step above that is going for 135, which is more access to him, and it just keeps on going up. And I've learned it's all about access. Another person who I took some time with last April was Andy Elliott. I played his salesman as well as I could. Honestly, just wanted to kind of get a feel of what he was doing. It was his David Goggins weekend. So his high ticket was the CEO package, and it was either 10 or 20 grand, one of the two, to spend a week with him, work out with Andy. You've probably all seen you can tap him on the back, you can bro tap him. That salesman did not know what he was doing. It was honestly a pretty good experience. But front row tickets to his speaking event, his mastermind. It includes a lot of perks and a lot of personal stuff with him. But then you have the downsell, which is, for a one-time payment of $3,000, you get, access to my training library, which is still pretty valuable for $3,000. And then he has more downsells. He has a book that I think was like $8 plus shipping, and a lot of other smaller things along the way. So how are we going to build our packaging? So first things first, when we're going into the world of female trauma, when we're going into the world of female influence, divorced women influence, when you look at those people, the biggest faces I think of are the Oprahs of the world, the people who are very for women empowerment, who are basically just celebrate women doing women things, which is totally cool. So the Oprah type of people. So what do? I'd write a book. I would write a biography right off the bat. If I'm this person, I'm picking up the pencil, picking up the keyboard, whatever it is, and I'm writing an autobiography about how I, as a strong, independent woman or a strong woman, whatever it is, overcame these obstacles, and then choose obstacles that are pretty relatable to anyone who would ever listen to you. Controlling husband. Who's ever met a woman who hasn't described a man as controlling? Come on now. This is stuff that this target audience is relatable to, and this is your way to connect with them on an authentic, personal level. But then again, even like the most expensive book in my bookshelf is maybe $200, unless you count the college textbooks. Crazy overpriced, by the way. So we're not gonna make a bunch of money as an author just off of a book alone. Let's be totally real. So the next thing I'd look at is some sort of physical products. I know this is a super generalized, probably stereotypical, whatever you want to say, but when I look at a lot of the most successful and wealthier women, the first people I think of are the Kardashians. When Kylie became a millionaire before Alex Hormozi, we all know the story, but she did that by building influence, and then she attached a product to her brand and her influence. So this could be jewelry, this could be some sort of clothing, this could be a perfume, for example, purses, some sort of physical product that goes along with your theme, your brand. When you think of Kim Kardashian, you think of Skims. I actually don't know. I think it's like a clothing. I'm very, very unfamiliar with like anything in the realm of females. So to all my female followers, I apologize in advance for, being bad with women. Don't tell my fiance, hurt my feelings. But the next thing I'd look at is weekly calls or some sort of coaching. So you would have to be a little bit more specific in terms of what goal you're trying to help your avatar reach. But I would do some sort of coaching, whether it's like a weekly call, access to my phone number, text me when you need help, some sort of counseling therapy type of role. It sounds stupid, but people will pay a lot for access. And if you can build your brand, build your name as an exclusive access person, when you hear the name Dave Ramsey, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not just gonna talk to him at a Starbucks one day. I need to like message him, book in advance, and I'm lucky to talk to him. Some of the folks who are working with my coaching team right now, when y'all get off the sales call, you hop on your first call with me, it's like, oh my gosh, it's Decker. It's the dude who's just a total idiot on the doors. It's the dude who, scaled his business super fast to 650 plus a month in like 30 days. Holy cow, this guy, knows what he's doing. And then the next thing, this could be two different ways of doing that. So there's like a community, group calls, or you can do one-on-one individual coaching and obviously charge more accordingly. The next thing, this is where I think most public speakers make a lot of money, or most like influential people like this, is going into public speaking events. Andy Elliott and David Goggins just did something pretty recently. You look at Alex Hormozi and David G did something pretty recently. A lot of people come out and they do events, and then people pay for seats to listen to them talk. Whether it's a motivational speech, an educational speech, whatever it is, book tickets, do speeches, do events, get yourself in front of as many faces as possible. And then the like ultra high ticket, something that I think you can genuinely sell for anywhere from $3,000 to $25,000 is a week experience. Fly out to wherever I'm located, hang out with me for a week. Do my, whatever morning routine or lifestyle stuff that we do together. I'll autograph your book, just a lot of perks. And then that, like I was saying, the personal touch. The experience with someone who is in a position of authority is everything. I would never pay a penny to hang out with my boy, but I paid Alex Hormozi $55,000 to hang out for 3 days. And so yeah, I pay to hang out with people. Let's be so real. We all would too. If your favorite NFL player, your favorite influencer, if Patrick Mahomes was offering to hang out for $10,000, I would probably pay it. I'll be so real right now. That's cool. And so now we have something that we can sell. Now we have an offer. Now we have something that takes me from I talk on Instagram to I make money. So the next thing is probably the hardest step, how to get people to give a shit that you exist. Let's be so real. There's millions and millions and millions of people on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all these platforms, and realistically, probably 1%, maybe 2% of them can actually make enough of a living off of their social media presence to sustain and to do it full time. So I would get in front of a camera ASAP. For myself at the Daily Decker team, we're posting 794 pieces of content per month. That comes out to about 8 per day, and then multiple accounts on that. So we are doing a lot of quantity, because I believe if you get your face out there enough, people will build a brand recognition. Like all of y'all watching this know my face as either the sales guy who does stupid stunts on the doors, or you know me as the business guy who grew my service-based business super quick and is helping y'all do the exact same thing. I've worked hard to build my personal brand around those two things. And so she needs to go do the exact same thing. She needs to put out a butt ton of content, viral worthy content that can build her as the influencer, as the motivation. So a couple things off the top of my head. First off, she needs to be posting 4 times a day right off the bat. You need to be posting as much as possible. If you can do more than that, that's awesome, but I'd say 4 posts per day per platform. So 4 on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, freaking LinkedIn, Snapchat. I say go everywhere, because people are everywhere. In these types of influencers, they always go for lifestyle content. They like to do their crazy routines. So it's like ice bath, sauna. They do like those little like tiny little girly meals that looks like it's probably like 8 calories, and take a picture of you doing that. It could be you going to the gym. It could be you doing, Pilates or hot yoga, whatever y'all women do at the gym that breaks my brain because I'm dumb and I just throw around circles type of thing. This could be success tips. Oh, this is how I overcame XYZ. These are the signs that you need to XYZ. There's a lot of stuff. And then obviously the biggest thing is just telling your story. So when you are trying to monetize an audience, you want to build yourself as relatable as possible to that audience. So if your target audience is, divorced women trying to go be, strong, independent, whatever, and achieve their true potential, however you want to phrase your mission statement, whatever, you want to target all your content, all your relatability to that one avatar. So when I come out here and I make business content, I don't, specify one thing. I don't say anybody in the world. I say small business owners in the service-based industry doing less than $30,000 a month. I will help you get to 6 figures a month. That is my promise to my clients. When I go into coaching, I say, hey, you will sell $400,000 in 3 months if you do blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is, I'm very clear about my goal, and I'm very clear about my avatar. I do specialty training for pest control reps because that's where I made a butt ton of money my first experience in door-to-door. I don't have as much to give to solar reps, for example. I understand the structure, I understand closing, but I've never sold solar, so I'm not going to push on an audience that doesn't relate to me. Because if I come up and I say, hey, solar reps, I sold a bunch of money in pest control, I'll tell you how to get good at solar. It doesn't make sense. And so speak to your audience. So make everything for divorced women trying to make a name for themselves, trying to, build their business, build their lifestyle, some sort of luxury would be my go-to. The next step I would say is get your face in front of freaking everybody. This could be come on here, come on the Daily Decker and speak to women in sales. You look at sales influencers that are women. I mean, my list goes Shelby Soft, and that's pretty much it. That's about as vast as my knowledge goes in terms of the influencer world. And so if you get your face up there, even though you're not in sales specifically, this is more independent women who make a lot of money by themselves without, help of a man. This is a really good avatar for what you're trying to do. So I think I have a lot of future clients for you watching this video right now. The next thing, I would try to get in front of more people to talk about, fitness motivation. If you do, I'm trying to think female gym influencers. The only one I know is, anyways, get yourself in front of women in the gym, women in STEM would be another big one. Anything that is like women empowerment, women doing traditionally men's jobs, or women being super powerful, amazing women, cool beans. Get yourself in front of that audience. And then the next thing I would do is, as you're writing your book, writing your personal autobiography, your story, whatever, I'm advertising that super hard, and I'm doing a big book launch. Because then at the book launch, so let's go ahead and get to the book first. So it's your personal story. You need to build brand association. I would have the cover literally just be a picture of your face. Honestly, as simple as that. It would be an inspiration for like the common community, because y'all all are facing similar traumas, facing similar background, similar experiences. It's all about relating to your audience, and then do that huge book launch. And then obviously, like, get on interviews too, is what I forgot to say earlier. And just get your face freaking everywhere. I would say you're doing 4 interviews a week minimum. And then you're announcing the book launch, you're building to the book launch, and then you're able to spend a week with me and sit front row to the book launch. You're able to sell tickets to the book launch. You're able to sell online VIP access. You're able to sell whatever else it is. You're able to sell the copy of the book. You have so many offers that you are able to do a lot. So to prepare for that, I would, advertise it, build your packages, and build value around it. You can come spend a week with me and live my lifestyle, do my routines, and do whatever else, blah, 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 and I'll give you a signed copy of the book, and you get front row tickets, and you get whatever other value. And then at the end of the book launch, you announce your big next speaking event. So this person actually just booked her first TED Talk, which is awesome. I'm super proud of you. That's like honestly an amazing accomplishment. And so then you announce your next big thing, except instead of doing it for another company, you do it for yourself, or you partner with someone and you're like an opener, something like that you sell tickets to and get paid for people coming to listen to you speak. In the meantime, I would hire an executive assistant like ASAP to handle one. You're gonna need someone to run your sales. When we started at DN, our first sales rep was our executive assistant, because it was like, hey, I'm on the doors, my partner's doing jobs, no one's answering the phone. We're putting out 36,000 flyers a week. We need someone to answer the phone. So we answered the phones, and then we're like, oh, hold on. This is sales. We need to make a script. So we make a script, and now we're booking calls like that. She's handling interviews for salespeople. She's handling a lot of stuff. She's freaking awesome. I love you. I appreciate you. You're the freaking best. Make my life so much easier. But I would do that right off the bat. Handle the basic sales. You're able to pitch them on the high package and then drop them down as you go, because then it also frees up more time for you to get in front of the camera. And again, you're posting 4 short forms a day. You're posting a long form every single day. You're doing interviews 4 times a week. You're freaking everywhere. And if you're not doing that, you're analyzing, what did I do good? What did I do bad? What can I work on? How can I improve this hook? Something you can do to improve your reach and improve your influence. Anyways, once the executive assistant is handling sales and has a process, then I would start hiring salespeople. This all just depends on how many people are interested and how well you do at building your brand online. But with how outgoing you are, I think it's pretty realistic for that to happen pretty soon. So then you go in, you hire salespeople. Again, so the script for the salespeople, this is what I would do. First, you want the person to tell you their story. You want the person to tell the salesperson, oh, I went through XYZ, oh, I'm such a victim, oh, I have blah, 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 blah. And then the sales representative goes in, and it's like, oh yeah, we work with a lot of people who have this experience. Actually, this person, influence, authority, whatever it is, went through something super similar, but she decided that she wasn't gonna let, her ex-husband control her destiny, and she was gonna forge her own path, because go women, or whatever phrase, whatever slogan you wanna use. Then you do something there. You're building authority as well as relatability. And it's like, you can meet her, come out here for 25 grand. They're like, oh, too expensive, whatever. Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you what, if you still want to come to the event, you want to spend a week with her, we'll do that for 3 grand. Oh, it's too expensive, blah, 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 blah. And you have so many downsells that by the time you get to the bottom, it's like, hey, buy my book for $30 and I'll give you a bonus chapter that's unreleased. Some sort of value. The next step I would take, and this is all just kind of as time goes, event planners, director of operations, people to handle your public image, people to handle, maybe handle your social media, as well as just getting the venue set up, getting the people's seats, getting chairs, getting, refreshment, all the stuff that's boring work that needs to be done, but your time is more valuable than the person who's putting the tablecloth on the table. So I'd hire that out around probably the second event, just being totally transparent. But we just went through a lot to build this personal brand, this coaching consulting business for divorced women, for powerful women trying to make a name for themselves. We just went through a lot. But here are the 4 actionable steps I have for you today. First things first, I want you to script out 120 short form contents. Like I said, this could be go to the gym with me, get ready with me. This could be, this is my routine, this is my breakfast, this is my story. 120 short form contents. At the end, I want you to include a CTA on all of them, which is follow if you want to, some sort of benefit, which is like follow if you're wanting to be a boss bitch, or like whatever you want it to be. I don't really care, but some CTA at the end. Then I want you to start scripting out 30 long form, we're talking 30-minute to an hour long YouTube videos to, again, get your face in front of as many people as possible and as wide an audience as possible. You want to cast a wide net, see what sticks, and then take those people's money. Pretty straightforward. So script those out and get in front of a camera ASAP. So 120 short forms and 30 long forms. The next thing is I want you to DM, text, email, pigeon carrier message, whatever it is, message everybody in your niche. I would look at every single strong female-based influencer. I'd look at Cody Sanchez. I'd look at the, Ava Jurgens is another good one. I would look at the Shelby Sops of the world, and I would try to get your face next to their face, because then people build the brand recognition. Get your face out there as much as possible. DM those people to, basically steal their followers. Pretty straightforward there. And then the last and fourth final step you can take to build this business today is to pull out the pencil and start writing your story. Start writing this book. These are the 7 steps that I think you can take to build this business to 9 figures in the next 3 years. And if you're cool with it, I would love to document the journey with you when I am back in Texas. So you know who you are. I appreciate everything that you've done, and I hope that you found this helpful, and I hope to see you, killing it on par with Andy Elliott, Shelby Sop here within the next 3 years. Outside of that, Daily Decker Nation, if you want to scale your service-based business or just your small business in general past $30,000 a month, you're in the right place. If you want me to break down your business just like I did for her right here, shoot me a text. My phone number is 817-600-0337. Shoot me a text. Let me know your name, what part of the country you're in, what business you're in, what you're doing now, and what your goals are. And I would love to drop a plan just like this for you and help you reach the next step in your business. And if that means investing down the road, I'm here for it. Outside of that, hit the follow button if you learned something. Keep ripping, keep selling. I love y'all.